Hi everybody, welcome to part 2. The last card I was talking about was about this tidal wave one. Actually I was watching the time and really didn't finish what I was going to say about this one. But you see that the waves are very huge and they go over top of these big buildings. So I mentioned before that it probably wasn't the Japan earthquake tsunami that happened. I think this is a future event because it mentions something here about destroying a coastal place. So it'll be along the coast. Now I haven't gotten messages on there a possibility of a giant tsunami that will occur along the east coast of the United States, and then another message that I got, it was on the west coast, so it could be for both sides. But yeah, these tidal waves look really huge, so I just thought I would mention that again. Okay, the next one. Okay, this is the internet worm. I'm sure this has happened in the past year also, in regards to in particular, especially what they call the stuck neck worm. Remember that, and all the media hype that went on about the stuck neck worm. It was a very devastating, powerful worm that wiped out computer systems. And there was an article that I had here. Well, you see the title here, and I'll leave the link to any articles that I have that I've talked about. This is in regards to Russia blames the U.S. and Israel for the stuck neck worm, and that it was tested by Israel, and it was released first on Iran and the nuclear facilities there, and it was also given that the leak at the Fukushima plant in Japan, that which was also caused by the same stuck neck worm, and I'll leave all articles to that. But that was my idea about this card right here. But then again, it could be another kind of worm also. But that's just my thought on that. Okay, this is a group called the Fail group. Now I'm not too familiar with this group, and I haven't done any research yet. But it says here that Hitler's wizards are still alive. In fact, some of them are getting younger. And I think there was another card that was in the deck about an immortality serum or something. That immortality means that they will live like forever or something. But this looks pretty evil, and see, here's the swastika, an evil occultic symbol. So yeah, I just thought I would include that in there, and of course we never know who's working behind the scenes, and yeah, well, so I'll just move forward. And this card is called the Network, and yeah, I figure this has to do, well, with the picture of the globe here. I guess it's something. It's a network of the Illuminati working around the world, you know, it's global. Like their plans for the New World Order, it going global. I can't say much about that card, but yeah, I just thought I'd include that in there. Okay, now this is interesting. It's called "The Meek Shall Inherit the Earth." I tried to find like biblical themed cards that were found in this deck, and so this quite interests me a bit. There was a quote that came from Lazarus Long that was a character from the Robert A. Heinlein book, and from his main character there in the I forget the title, I can't think of the title right away, but his quote was, "Be wary of strong drink, it can make you shoot at tax collectors and miss." Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. You see like a soldier hiding in a hole. I guess it's a bomb hole, what you call that, and everything around him is devastation. So does that mean like in the end the meek shall inherit the earth after it's all destroyed? That's an interesting card. Did I? Oh, okay. Okay, the next one here that interests me very much was the Holy Grail. Now, there had been talk about, you know, relics or artifacts from ancient times, and I've heard about like the Holy Grail, but I just thought it was something of a legend about Jesus. The drinking cup where Jesus and his disciples drank out of during the Last Supper, during his last time on earth, and it was a simple wood cup that was considered the Holy Grail. But anyway, this was what they call a magic artifact, and I found that interesting too. What that will have to do with, I mean, with that something like this come out in the media, I have to research this if I to find if they had found anything like this, or just all of a sudden they come out with the that they had found it in some way. But getting back to relics, just recently they came out with there's a video and there's a story about them telling that the Shroud of Turin is the authentic burial cloth of Jesus. Well, that would be wonderful if it is, but I just been hearing, you know, there's a lot of stories I've been hearing that that it was and it wasn't, and that it really wasn't actually Jesus that wasn't on the cloth, that it was like a hoax or some forgery or something. I don't know. There was just different stories behind it. But I'm just going to leave it at that. But I have it here in the cards somewhere. I haven't come up on it yet. The Hand of Madness. I have no idea what that is, but it looked interesting. It had this bloody hand holding the globe there, and that looks pretty creepy. The Great Pyramid. I don't think that the Illuminati want to exclude that of the Great Pyramid. There's one of their symbols with the Sphinx there and the hieroglyphics and all. The Frog God. Now I have no idea what this would be, unless it would be kind of like an alien kind of creature or something. They come to Earth and see people are worshipping it, bringing things. It looks disgusting to me. Okay. Terrace Neck. I'm not sure if these are the Twin Towers at 9/11, but it could be another event. I don't know. But this, I would say this, if this card has already been played, if it is the Twin Towers. And okay, now this is really creepy too. A guillotine, a bloody guillotine, and severed heads. That reminds me that there's the martyr card too, and I wanted to include that also. But yeah, I found that pretty creepy, and it was titled Tax Reform, and I'm thinking, okay, it says, in other words, a tax increase. No government ever took its hand out of your pocket unless it had a hold of your wallet. The IRS can now tax one plot card for each player. I don't know, but I found that pretty creepy. Tape runs out. Yeah, what happens at the end when the rapture says, when the rapture comes, I'll make 'em wait. They'll never clean my cage. Now give me some more of, and then the tape runs out. You know, it's like the rapture happens, and then the earth splits in two. That's interesting. The Talisman of Rimmen. I don't know. I've never heard of this, but it's played after a type of an assassination. But I have no idea. I mean, what this is. I have to do research on that. It's things that I think that everyone else that did the card game thing, I think I did those that no one else did. So, but it kind of interests me about with the names, things I've never even heard of before. The tabloids. A psychic reveals Jackie's diet plan for heaven. You see the aliens and the cows and the praying mantis, the insect. I guess those are giant insects, aren't they? Like locusts. To me, they look like praying mantis. And the UFOs. You know, all that's going on right now. Okay, that's the tabernacle. Move on. Swiss bank account. Are they trying to tell us that all the money that's leaving the country is going into the Swiss banks? Sweeping reforms. Now that's an interesting card. I see the group of people here, and this giant broom just kicking up like a lot of things. You know, it looks like bodies, debris and things. I have no idea. Survivalists, yeah, I know a lot of them. The Supreme Court. Now you know who watches over them. See that triangle with the eye in the middle? Yeah, they're watching every move of the Supreme Court and what goes on. You know something, guys? I'm getting close to the end here. Do I have one more? I probably don't. Okay, here's the flesh-eating bacteria card. I know this is going on right now, so coming to end here. So I guess this will the next one will be part 3. Let's see.